All right, guys, this move is kettlebell windmills. So the main point of it is to work on T-spine rotation in a bit more of a loaded position, meaning we can get heavy on this and still go through a good range of motion at the T-spine, causing it to rotate. So we're working on T-spine rotation here. So this is my setup. Right here is where I start from. So notice that my feet are turned out a little bit away from the kettlebell, and I've got a good grip on the kettlebell. So that's something to be aware of here is you see that the kettlebell is not going directly parallel with my knuckles on the bottom of my fingers. It's going a little bit more diagonal. So the one part of the kettlebell up near my index finger is really close to the bottom of my finger. As it gets down towards my pinky, that's really far away from my pinky and closer towards my wrist. That's key for a good setup on a racked kettlebell position. Now, from there, I will take my non-working arm, whichever one doesn't have the kettlebell, as directly down my shin as I can get it. So I'm trying to basically do an RDL while keeping my eyes on the kettlebell and reaching down towards the floor with my other arm. That's going to cause, at the bottom position, you can see how my belt buckle is turned fairly well towards the floor, but it caused my T-spine to rotate open, keeping my eyes on the kettlebell. If you don't keep your eyes on the kettlebell, this Vulcan, the logo on my shirt, would probably end up pointing much more towards the floor, which is going to put your arm in an abducted position pulled behind your collarbone. We don't really want that on this drill. That's great for your arm to be able to do that as a pitcher, but it's not what we're shooting for in this specific drill. What we're shooting for in this drill is, you can see I'm doing it right by the kind of the lines on my shirt here, kind of same thing you see on a hitter as they rotate well. So that means I'm rotating through my upper spine pretty well, my area of my spine, right near my shoulder blades. Then we just return to the top and go a few reps here. So I'm taking that non-working arm down inside my leg, so it's right up against my ankle, keeping my eyes on the kettlebell and keeping the other arm locked as sturdy as I can. So the elbow and the wrist are locked as hard as I can. I'm really gripping this kettlebell and I'm hinging at the hips. So this back leg is not totally locked out, but pretty close. Same thing with the front leg. I'm doing an RDL at the hips and letting the T-spine rotate open.